This is What the Flicks.
Man, T-Bob, I don't know about this. I mean, I'm cool with doing a JAWS review, but why we gotta do it in the water, man?
Oh, come on, Clarence. It's gonna be so fun, and just think what it will do for our views. The fans are gonna love it.
If you say so, but I don't think y'all pay me enough for this bullshit.
See, Clarence, this isn't so bad. I think something just swam by my foot.
Hey now, T-Bob, no screwing around. You know I can't swim, right? Hey, do you hear that music? Where's that coming from? Oh, hell no. I know this ain't in my contract. I'm out of here. I'm the true Shogun of Harlem. Call me Sho'nuff. Nah, I'm just jerking your chain. I'm Clarence.
And I'm T-Bob, and whether on purpose or accident, you've stumbled into another episode of What the Flicks.
Today, we are taking an in-depth retrospective look at one of the greatest films ever made, JAWS.
Directed by the phenomenon with a yarmulke, Steven Spielberg. It was the first movie to ever break the $100 million box office ceiling, making it both a commercial and critical success.
That's right.
Based on the 1974 best-selling novel of the same name written by Peter Benchley and a screenplay written by Peter Benchley and Carl Gottlieb that was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay by the Writers Guild of America. And although it was heavily nominated for several Academy Awards, surprisingly Spielberg wasn't nominated for Best Director.
Because of his huge commercial success, the film is credited with creating what is now known as the summer blockbuster.
The studio spent a then unprecedented $1.8 million on a national television advertising blitz to build immediate, widespread demand. It opened on an unprecedented 450 screens on June 20th. Did you hear about the shark that was injured at his job on the coral reef? Yeah, he had to go out on workers' chomp. Did you know the mechanical shark failed so often director Steven Spielberg kept it hidden for the first hour and 21 minutes of the film? Then had the barrel positioning idea which accidentally built much better suspense.
After the release of the movie, the average summer tourist population of Martha Vineyard tripled. White people.
The crew began to refer to the movie as flaws because of all the technical problems, mainly with the mechanical shark Bruce. And just like my lazy-ass cousin Jessup, you often heard the line on set, the shark is still not working. Ron and Valerie Taylor, the Australian photographers who provided underwater footage of a real great white shark, worked on the documentary that is a precursor to JAWS in terms of creating a terror of sharks, Blue Water White Death, which contains the first 35mm footage of a great white ever captured.
Once again, white people.
Yeah. Susan Backliney plays Chrissy Watkins, the unfortunate skinny dipper we see in the opening sequence who was killed by the shark. Backliney was a swimwear model, not an actress, and was recommended to Spielberg by producer Richard D. Zanuck after he saw her in a magazine. Spielberg said, yeah, but can she act? And Zanuck replied, I don't know, but look at her. Unfortunately, Backliney passed away 2 years ago at the age of 77. Sometimes we forget this movie came out in 1975. Of the main cast, only 3 actors are still alive today. Richard Dreyfuss, Lorraine Gary, and Jeffrey Kramer, who plays Deputy Hendrick. What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish? This tastes a little funny. Did you know the greatest lines aren't always in the script? Roy Scheider, Chief Brody, made up the iconic line, you're gonna need a bigger boat, on the spot. Lee Fierro, the actress who plays Miss Kintner in the film, was dining at a seafood restaurant in Martha's Vineyard where JAWS was filmed. She saw an item on the menu called the Alex Kintner Shark Sandwich and told the waitress she played Mrs. Kintner in JAWS. It wasn't long before Jeffrey Voorhees, the actor who played Alex Kintner, appeared from the back of the restaurant, came to greet her, and told her that he owned the restaurant. The restaurant is called the Wharf Pub. Why did the shark get sent to jail? He was involved in some fishy business. The Alex Kintner attack scene from JAWS originally featured a more graphic direct shot of the shark breaching the water to grab young Alex, but it risked pushing the film into an R rating and was too distressing for audiences. The plot is the classic team-up to defeat a common enemy. In this case, the enemy just happens to be a 25-foot great white shark. The story revolves around the protagonist, Chief of Police Martin Brody, who once he finds out that a girl has died from a shark attack wants to close the beaches. The mayor and local business owners aren't keen on that idea and begin to push back, showing Brody who wears the pants in that town. Yeah, but it was 1975, so they were probably plaid or bell-bottoms. Remember, dead men don't wear plaid.
A summer girl goes swimming. Swims out a little far. She tires. Fishing boat comes along.
It's happened before.
I don't think you appreciate the gut reaction people have to these things.
Harry, I appreciate it. I'm just reacting to what I was told.
Martin, it's all psychological. You yell barracuda. Everybody says, huh? What? You yell shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
Well, people keep getting chomped, so they call in a specialist from the Oceanographic Institute, Matt Hooper, played by Richard Dreyfuss. He shows up and realizes the town has a shark problem, a big shark problem. He and Chief Brody go for a night swim and learn that they are dealing with a great white. How can you tell if two sharks are friends? They're chummy with each other. Did you know Spielberg initially approached John Voight and Jeff Bridges to play oceanographer Matt Hooper? When none of them could commit, George Lucas suggested Richard Dreyfuss, who he had directed in American Graffiti. The town still refuses to close the beaches, especially since it's 4th of July. And wouldn't you know it, chomp hot lunch. So the mayor and city council have a meeting, and we are introduced to one of the greatest characters in film history, Quint, played by the very talented Robert Shaw.
You all know me. Know how I earn a living. I'll catch this bird for you, but it ain't gonna be easy. It's bad fish. Not like going down the pond chasing bluegills or tommy carps.
Quint says he'll kill the shark, but it's gonna cost big bucks. He's no amateur. And just like Dirk Diggler, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. The town refuses to hire Quint and the beaches stay open, then, well, hell, folks, this ain't rocket science. So the town cuts the check and it's off to the races. The three meet up at Quint's, load the boat, which is named the Orca, and it's off to the races. It's at this point we seem to get an entirely different movie, almost like two movies in one. Once on the boat in the middle of the ocean, it's an all-out fight for survival. The iconic USS Indianapolis speech in Jaws was not in Peter Benchley's original novel and evolved through an uncredited collaboration between writer Howard Sackler, screenwriter John Milius, and actor Robert Shaw.
So 1,100 men went in the war. 316 men come out. The Sharks took the rest June the 29th, 1945. Anyway, we delivered the bomb.
Robert Shaw originally tried to do the scene while drunk, resulting in an entirely unusable scene. He called Stephen and apologized, then came back sober the next day and did the whole scene in one take. There's a whole lot of drama on this boat that's got nothing to do with the shark. Hooper doesn't like Quint, Quint doesn't like Hooper, and Brody just wants to go home to his fine-ass wife. When the shark finally does show, all three characters united in an attempt to defeat this massive threat. They attempt a few different methods to try and kill the shark, but to no avail. They make the horrible decision to put Hooper in a shark cage and dunk him in the water. It doesn't end well. From this point on, it's Quint and Brody against the beast. The shark attempts to sink the Orca, and in doing so is able to sink his teeth into Quint. Literally! This is the point in the film where I say, I told you so. First off, ain't nobody got no damn business in the ocean. Secondly, why the fuck Quint's dead, Hooper is missing, and the boat is sinking? This scratch-off ticket did not go as planned. The shark crashes through the window, and Brody smacks it in the mouth with a compressed air tank. Brody grabs Quint's old World War II rifle and climbs up on the ship's mast. Lo and behold, here comes the shark. Brody starts slinging bullets on a hope and a prayer, and by some magical power, hits the compressed air tank. Sushi for supper. Brody is floating around letting his PTSD sink in when all of a sudden, like someone farting in a bathtub, bubbles. Not to worry, folks, it's Hooper. That's right, he made it. Like the smartest man in the room, he hid and let the police do the work. They tie some wrecked debris together and make their way to shore because there's no place like home. Okay, T-Bob, like an inboard diesel engine on a 20-year-old boat that's been scurred by all the salt water, break it down for us. Jaws is a true classic that sits amongst the top 10 greatest films of all time. It won 3 Academy Awards for Best Film Editing, Best Sound, and Best Original Score. But its lasting impact comes from its rewatchability. Some people have seen this film 100 times, and I'm one of them. Thumbs up for me. I couldn't agree more. Made on a budget of just $9 million and raking in an incredible $495 million just goes to show you it was top tier. Now, why these people want to get in the ocean is beyond me, but I ain't mad at it. T-Bob and I agree 100%. 2 thumbs up on the WTF scale.
We hope you've enjoyed this walk down memory lane with us. Jaws is truly one of the best. Comment below and let us know what you thought. I'm Clarence. And I'm T-Bob. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this has been What the Flicks.
Slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit. You're gonna need a bigger boat.